Hey, what would an AppCast be without showing you guys the new Android market? That's what I have up here on my Epic 4G right now, in landscape mode right now. As you can see, it's pretty much just like the old market, but it looks better, and that's pretty much what you're going to get with this. A lot of the changes have been on the market backend, the developer console, but everything for the users, for the most part, are aesthetic. So you can see here, there's still the list of featured apps here, and they have a carousel here showing more featured apps. Then they have their different categories down here for apps, games, and then you can get the list of subcategories there. And then if you go into a specific category, you can see the top paid, top free at the top there. I don't think that part looks nice at all compared to the rest, but there it is. But let's say we wanted to go into a specific app like TweetDeck, and let's go to portrait mode for that. And everything is kind of just streamlined. There are no tabs, so everything is kind of in just a vertical format, and you can expand, the different sections by hitting the more button that you might see on the bottom right of it. So this is the description. You just hit more, and then you get everything it has to offer. You can hit less and detract that. Then there's images. If you have more if the developer uploaded more than 2, you would see the other ones kind of smaller beneath these 2. Then the reviews, that takes you to a whole nother page, just like before. And then you have related apps, which does the same thing. So, and then the usual developer info flag is inappropriate. But one thing I like is when you go to install it, you just click that free button or buy button. It just brings up the permissions right here. You can go to more and see, just like before, what it needs access to. And then if everything looks okay, you just press OK right here, and it starts downloading. So it's not not too much different from the old market, but different enough. It looks a lot better, in my opinion. And the biggest change that users will care about is the fact that you only get 15 minutes to try out a paid app before you only get 15 minutes to return it. So if you want a refund, you have to check it out quick. You don't get that much time, and I mean, it's still 15 minutes more than what folks on iOS and other platforms get, so can't really be too mad. But some apps do need more than 15 minutes to really check out. So I know why Google's done this. Developers, they suffer from it, so users are just gonna have to deal with it. And 15 minutes, I guess, is generous compared to the rest of the industry, so can't really be mad at that. But that is the new market, and let's get into the rest of the AppCast. The folks at Dolphin have come out with a mini version of their application called Dolphin Browser Mini, it's a pretty nice update. I guess a pretty nice release, you would call it. It's actually a standalone application, and it's supposed to be for phones with, I guess, subpar performance. It's supposed to be easy on the CPU and everything like that. But I think overall it's just a really clean app. Performance enhancements aside, I really actually like it a lot more than Dolphin HD. And although my Dolphin HD runs great on my Epic 4G, Dolphin Mini runs a lot better actually. And it's kind of I get the same performance as I get from the Opera Mini browser, and that's not including the whole caching thing. I like this better because you get the performance, I guess the application performance of Opera Mini, while at the same time you get the HTML5 rendering, the WebKit rendering of Dolphin or any other standard Android browser. So I think it's really good. As you can see, pinch to zoom is really smooth. Tab browsing, I believe the latest update actually allows you to open, I think, unlimited tabs. I'm not even sure. I haven't opened a lot of tabs on this since I started using it. Flash works. I don't have any Flash ads to show you on this phone because the ROM I'm using disables everything in that regard. But Flash works just as you would expect. The only thing is, I wish they would allow you to scroll past this top bar and have it only come into view whenever you zoom out and scroll up to the top. And also, when you have Flash content, if you scroll up, say if I had the Flash ad right here and I scroll down, you could still see the Flash ad over the address bar, which is not that big of a deal, but just something to think about whenever you download it. But just overall a pretty nice browser, all the features you'd expect from a high-powered browser, and I'd say this actually gives Dolphin Browser HD a run for its money. So those guys have different browsers competing against each other, and no matter what phone you're on, I definitely recommend checking out Dolphin Browser Mini. So Facebook has finally updated their app to allow users to chat with each other. This is one feature that many were waiting for, myself included, and it's just like you would expect, chat, and then you get a list of those who are online and who's not. Obviously, my list will load. See, I'm not on Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi is not working right now, but so it's going to take a while to load, but usually the list of names will come up here, and you just click on a name and you start chatting them, and whenever they send you a message back, it'll pop up in a notification bar, and yeah, pretty simple. Not loading right now though, but let's try that again. I was downloading a few apps, so yep, that should all be done now. Still loading. There we go. So you can see the list of friends I have online, and then everybody else who's idle, and then up here are active conversations. So here's my cousin here, De'Ara Kennemer. Say I wanted to chat her. I just tap on her name and start chatting. I won't do that though. But yeah, it's pretty simple. You send it, a message comes in, it notifies you. Pretty simple, just what you'd expect. So a lot of users have been using third-party applications for Facebook chat. Now you have it all in one application. So I think that's pretty neat in my opinion. And there's also push notifications. So if you get a message or if somebody comments on your post or your wall, it'll alert you right away. So some users have said it doesn't work. It works for me. I'm not sure why it's not working for others. You need to be on Android 2.2, of course. So if you're not, that may be a reason why it's not working. But if you're on Android 2.2 and it isn't working, I don't know what to say because it works just fine for me. So that's Facebook, the new version of Facebook with chat and push notifications. A new update to Skype brings the ability to install the app to your SD card, which a lot of people were really wanting because the app is kind of large, about 8 megabytes, but they finally added it. And another big change, as you can see, I'm on the Samsung Galaxy S Epic 4G, is that it actually signs in and works on the Epic 4G. But you will still need Android 2.2. I'm not sure why that's an issue, that you have to be on 2.2 when you have a Galaxy S phone, but I'm hoping in the future they get that situated and allow everyone to install it, because it really is silly. And but at least if you're on Android 2.2, you can finally use the app. Still no video calling, still no voice calling over, I think, what was it, Wi-Fi? Yeah, still no Wi-Fi, no 3G calling, sorry. So if you were waiting for those, then you're going to be disappointed with this update. But hopefully we see those features come in a future update, and we're expecting that stuff to be announced around CES. So stay on the lookout for that. You can find the new version of Skype in the Android market right now. Yahoo Messenger's just been updated to allow folks to voice chat. You could already video chat, and you can now voice chat with your friends on a desktop or on another phone or what have you. So you can see the voice icon right there. If you just go ahead and touch it, it tells you need to install the video add-on for Yahoo Messenger. So you just go ahead and press OK. You're taken to the market to install it. And right now this is a 5.8 megabyte download. My Wi-Fi is not working, so I'm not going to install it. But you just install it, and I guess you're kicked back to the application, and it's essentially voice over IP. So just get talking with your friends. You can find the new version in the Android market now. So if you're a fan of Google Maps and navigation, you should have already downloaded version 5.0 of the app, and that brings with it vectors, which is, I guess it's a lightweight way to draw the map, and it does away with the whole tile thing. So now you can kind of rotate with 2 fingers, and you know, now that it doesn't have to draw each tile individually, you can just kind of rotate, and that's that. You know, it doesn't have to redraw itself because it's already all. I'm not sure exactly how vectors work, but it's pretty nice. Definitely nicer than scrolling and not being able to rotate and things like that. So that's pretty cool. And then another big feature was the 3D view or 3D mode, whatever you call it. You can kind of tilt with your two fingers like that. And if you're in a popular area, if you're looking at a popular area, the 3D buildings are supposed to pop up. Let's see if we zoom in if they pop up. I could not get this to work for me. A few other phones have reported the feature not working as well. It's supposed to work for all phones, all Android devices 2.0 plus, but I'm on Android 2.2 on a Samsung Epic 4G, and it's not working. So it also wasn't working on my Evo 4G when I tried it the other day. But if it does work for you, awesome. If not, I don't know what to say. It's not working for me here. So you'll still want to get this update anyway, because the caching features allow you to go offline and still kind of reroute and navigate without having a data connection. And I know that's a huge problem for people who travel, I guess, on the countryside and mountains and everything like that. So definitely want to download Google Maps 5.0 for Android right now. So Comixology has just put out their Android app that allows you to discover new comics. They have over 3,000 comics. I guess over 2,500 paid and over 300 free comics. So if you're really into digital comics and you've been waiting for kind of a comic store on your phone, this is definitely the app to download. I've actually taken a look at the iOS version, and this completely blows it away from what I've seen. So here you have your feature tab. This is where you're gonna, discover new comics and updates to the ones you are interested in. So you can see there's a selection of paid and free. You can go by featured or just added, or you can just go by free. And a lot of the free comics are just free first issues, and you don't have to pay for issues after that, such as the case with the Barbarian. You can go to full series on the individual comic page, and you can see you have to pay for the second one, but that's still pretty cool. I mean, you're gonna have to pay for something sometime. At least the app itself is free, but that's just it's just a really nice, I think, repository for comics if you're into digital comics. And one thing I'm not sure if you noticed on the Barbarian page, you can actually buy whatever you're looking at in full print. So you click buy in print, and it'll tell you if you have your GPS on, it'll show you the comic stores in your area, and it'll show you where it might be. I'm not sure exactly how useful it is. I'm not sure if it's crowdsourced information or if they have some sort of database they keep up, but it's still a pretty nice feature to have, even if you can't find what you're looking for. And then here's just a kind of a preview of what you'll be getting whenever you download it. So just as a comic store, pretty nice overall. I have yet to download any comics. I might actually download one right now just to show you guys how it looks. You do need a free an account. It's a free account, and you need it to download the free comics as well. So go ahead and sign up for one. I'm gonna sign in real quick with mine, and I'm gonna show you guys my password. Okay, we should be good to go. And I actually tried to download one on my Evo 4G, but I forgot I have no SD card. So you will need an SD card unless you have a phone with internal storage. And let's just say go to free comics, and I wanted to check out that the Barbarian. So we'll wait for that to load. I'm on 3G right now, very horrible 3G signal right now, so it's not the app doing that. And it just gives you the progress down there, and whenever it's done, we're going to take a look at the comic. It doesn't give you any notifications as far as where you're at in the download, which I would have liked, because while it's downloading, I like to check out other apps. I'm not even sure if the download continues if you leave the app. So we're just gonna, I guess, kind of let it download, and see you guys when that's done. So as you can see, I finally finished downloading the Barbarian, and when you go to your My Comics screen, you can actually search the comics you have, and then you get, I guess you can browse by series, creator, publisher, and then you can see what's currently downloading. So that's pretty nice. A lot of nice sorting and searching features. But let's just go ahead and open it. I already downloaded it. It's saying I didn't download it yet, so that's not good. I can't read the comic, so I don't know. But the story itself is pretty nice. I haven't been able to actually figure out how to read comics that I've downloaded. Oh, it actually stopped downloading, if you can see down there, when I left the application, because I got bored waiting for it. It actually did continue when I left, but at some point it stopped. So it's still downloading, and I guess we're gonna wait some more. See you guys when it's done. Okay, now it's done, so you can just go ahead and hit read now. And it looks like you're reading your first comic. Want to see a quick comic about how the reader works? Yes. It says, hey, I'm going to show you how to read a comic in this app. It's pretty easy, so this should just take a minute. Tap here. Default way to read comics is in guided view. Imagine that the screen is divided into thirds. Tap over here to go backward. Tap over here for the settings and page browser. And tap over here to go forward. Easy enough. Backward. Settings and browser. And then forward. Forward. There we go. Sometimes you might want to zoom in even further. Just double tap or pinch. See, now you can read this text too. Whoa, someone just called me right when I was in the middle of the video. That sucks. Let's go back into that. And I don't think I'm going to be able to view the tutorial now. Oh well, we should be able to find our way around this thing. You can see there, you just tap to go next, and I guess something's happening there, and I don't know. I don't know the backstory behind this comic. Just wanted to show you guys how the actual comic store looks. And if you want to zoom in, you just pinch to zoom, or I guess double tap. So pretty cool. And then let's go over to the next. And here you can go over using the arrows if you just press in the middle of the screen. Let's go to the next. And it's just a comic browser. It's not really anything too complicated. It's not like the separate comics, like actual comic you know, the special comics you see in the Android market where it kind of vibrates and it shakes the screen, and some of them have animations. It's not going to be like that. It's just going to be a digital version of the comic that you're reading, and that's just good enough for some people. I imagine especially on tablet devices, this would look great. So they've done a great job here, I think, with the whole store, and then being able to view the comics in a centralized sort of unique way. So definitely download Comixology if you're a comic fan, and if you're into digital comics. And a lot of people like print comics more, but even if you're a print comic fan, you can download this app, and you might find a comic or two you like, and then it'll help you find one at a nearby store. So that's Comixology for Android. Download it in the market right now. Amazon's issued a new update to their Kindle app, and it adds a lot of new features, the biggest of which is going to be the ability to download magazines and newspaper content. So you go to the Kindle store, and that shows you the next new feature. It doesn't kick you to your default browser, but it's still web-based. It's not really it's not a native solution, but it's at least it's in the app now. You don't have to open an entirely new app to check out the new books and magazines you can buy, but you can see their newspapers and magazines. You can just go ahead and click on one. So at that point, it'll take you to the list of categories, and then I guess just to the different magazines you can take a look at. And I'm not exactly sure how the magazines or newspapers are navigated. I'm not going to buy one because not really interested in buying any at the time. But you can see there they have this is business and investing. So The Economist, Bloomberg, Business Week, Forbes, Fortune, all these different magazines you can buy. And yeah, so I guess if you already have magazines in your Kindle account, magazines or newspapers in your Kindle account, you can get it here. And like I said, I'm not sure how it's laid out when you actually download it to your Android device. but I expect you'll be able to jump around and access different sections and jump to different pages just like you would on any other device. So they also have the ability, added the ability to zoom into images of a book or a magazine or a newspaper whenever you're looking at it. So I don't have any books with images on here, but I imagine they added that feature because of the magazines and newspapers. Those are going to have a lot more images than books, so that's a pretty nice feature. And then they also added the ability to check out which chapter you're reading in the little status bar right there. So something that you would expect, I guess. And here's just a quick recap of some of the apps you can find in the Android market that I didn't get to. Bing got a quick update to add more social features, more geolocation features, so you definitely want to check that out if you're a Bing fan or if you're forced to use Bing like some of you on Verizon are. Trillian for Android has come out of beta and it is now $4.99. If you were already in the beta and if you already have the beta application, Trillian, the folks at Trillian have told us that you can continue to use it for as long as you keep it on your phone, but if you ever get rid of it, you'll need to be paying $4.99 for the latest features. Postures for Android is out. Not much to say about that. You post and you go. Micro blogging service. That's what they call it, for the record. I don't call it that, so get on them about that, not me. And we already talked about Dolphin browser. SwiftKey update brought an HD keyboard skin in more languages, so go ahead and check that out. And then Lotus Notes Traveler is also now available. And don't forget to check out Rocket Bunnies in the Android market. That's a great new game. Came to Android before iOS. Uvu for Android brings video chat up to 5 people. You'll definitely want to check that out. And Vlingo for Android Oyster. They call it the Oyster update. Not sure why. Pretty silly, but a couple of new cool new features in that. So if you're a huge Vlingo fan, you'll definitely want to check that out. Everything else, oh yeah, and Sony will be bringing a PlayStation app soon. European exclusive initially, UK, Netherlands, Germany, France, all that good stuff. So hopefully it becomes a worldwide app soon enough, but if you're in Europe, you can look forward to that soon. And oh yeah, LinkedIn has an application in the works. Launches a beta. It's a public beta, so go ahead and find it and download it and try it out if you're a huge LinkedIn user. And that's about it for this AppCast. If you want to see more of the apps that we covered this week, be sure to go to phandroid.com/category/applications and go ahead and check all those out. This is Quentin signing off. Peace.